Esse episódio do Saiba Mais é especial. O professor da UCS Mateus Panizzon conversa com a professora da Universidade de Tor Vergata, na Itália, Leoni. O assunto é o estudo sobre resiliência e a cidade de Roma como um centro de pesquisa. Acompanhe!
Okay, so Luna, thank you so much for accepting the invitation. Great to have you here, and we hope you have some really interesting insights, both about Italy and both about the topic of this class, let's say, concerning the resilience, since it's a perspective that, due to the events we lived in the first semester, became very important for all the university in this scenario. So thank you so much, Luna. And Luna, if you can introduce yourself, could be like into the academic or even the family, personal perspective.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Mateus. My name is Leoni, and I'm an associate professor in management at the Tor Vergata University of Rome in Italy. And in this same university, I have, professionally speaking, let's say, I have three main courses. Knowledge management and management of creative enterprises for master students, and also a course devoted to knowledge management foundations for bachelor students. I'm also the vice coordinator of the Master in Economics and Management of Tourist and Cultural Activities. I recently became the president of the Technical Scientific Committee of the Association of Italian Destination Managers, and I'm also a council member of the European Association for Research on Services. So my research activities and related interests span multiple disciplines, because I'm basically interested in knowledge management, tourism, creativity, and technology. So this is me from a more professional point of view.
Luna, so you live in Rome, and how is Rome as a study and research environment? Like, what hints could you share for students that are interested in visiting Rome in their studies? Can be for undergraduate or even for a master and PhD.
Obviously, I'm biased by the fact that I live here, but I firmly believe that Rome is an extraordinary place to study and conduct research as well. Okay, when you come to Rome, you can consider it like a living museum, because we have millennia of history and so on all around the city. But at the same time, you have also to consider that there are so many public and private universities in Rome. And this offers you the possibility to find the right programs for you. So you have for sure the opportunity, according to the different programs provided by the university, you have for sure the opportunity to identify which one suits best for you. That's for sure. And in any, let's say, disciplines, I mean, if you are interested in culture, a cultural aspect, or in more technological engineering's one, economics, management, and wherever, you will find really all these opportunity. So my main advice to students that are considering studying in Rome as a possibility is to embrace the city-rich history and vibrant culture, but also to be prepared for its unique pace of life.
You have been researching resilience for some years. Can you share some of your discoveries and insights?
Yeah, basically, Mateus, the research that we have decided to conduct together is exactly on this direction. So provide a better understanding of resilience and its practical application in the real world. So I would like to talk about the main discoveries that we brought to light together. And basically, we have decided to concentrate on a specific aspect of resilience. So is the organizational resilience of the hotels. So in this research, we have tried to understand how hotels can adapt to disruptions according to the resilience in organizational resilience terms. So what we have done is to create a scale that is able to measure the hotel organizational resilience according to a dynamic capability perspective. We could say that to properly understand hotel organizational resilience, we have to consider it as a multidimensional and multi-level dynamic capabilities. So there are, according to the results provided by our research, there are at least 5 interrelated dimensions that compose organizational resilience at the hotel level. So these initial results allow us to provide to hotels managers with a kind of dashboard which helps them to enhance their understanding of organizational resilience, to identify the areas within the hotels and together with their stakeholders that needs improvement, or the areas that represent already a success for them, and to enable a proactive management strategies and decision making. So I think that our research has already provided a very important starting point in this sense, because it's a more refined understanding of organizational resilience. But this research is still ongoing, so we will add more and more interesting aspect into this topic. I strongly believe this. But this first, let's say, step is already a crucial one in order to better delve into other topics.
Just to add about the discussion, when we started the research, we measured a specific capability that's like the capability of establishing networking or networks or partnership networks. And when we had these floods into the first semester, that we really were able to see how this networking was necessary to create resilience. So when cities, municipalities, organizations were able to work together and establish connection that wasn't linked before, the resilience and they able to create more, let's say, proactive responses was enabled. So I think this collective capability, let's say, of enhancing network, it's also a very important question.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we as researchers are already aware about the fact that you cannot be resilient just by your own and all the other actors in the environment. We need collective actions, so collective resilience, in order to be really resilient. So all the actors at different levels, so starting from the individual level to the institutional, while the destination, countries, nations, wherever, they need to work according to this perspective. So we need to identify the same way, the same path, and we have to follow this path in order to reach results that are not just good for the hotels or for me as a person or just for my family, but we have to work in order to address a well-being that is for whole, for everyone's at any level in the society. So yeah, for sure, this is fundamental.
And Luna, you mentioned in the beginning that you work several years with knowledge management, and into this topic of resilience, how do you see like the connection or interrelationships between AI technologies and knowledge management in order to address these challenges?
Basically, I firmly believe that both AI and knowledge management must be considered as crucial tools in addressing the complex challenges. In general, we cannot, in the current society, live, perform, obtain success, and wherever without these two elements. Because on the one end, we have basically the AI ability to assess, analyze the enormous data sets, and these will enhance, deeply enhance our understanding of, let's talk about climate change, of climate patterns, predict the impact of weather events, and optimize the use of renewable energy sources, for example. But on the other end, we have to keep in mind that knowledge management also plays a fundamental and, let's say, complementary role, because knowledge management ensures that all the vast amount of data analyzed, processes by AI technologies, and all the insights generated by AI are effectively organized, shared, and especially used within the organization and together with the various stakeholders.
Luna, we covered a lot of questions, even from city, the topics specific concerning to resilience, technology, destinations. Summarize everything up, and given the challenges and opportunities we discussed, what values of principles do you believe should guide students' decisions and actions in shaping a more sustainable and equitable role in society?
Okay, this is definitely not an easy question to answer, but I would like to provide my personal, let's say, suggestion. Basically, I believe that students, but all of us in general, should spend more time and energy trying to build a resilient society. As you said before, when you recently faced some difficulties, problems within your countries, you discovered that collective action, if all people work together, is going to be easier for you to be resilient, to face properly all these challenges, to recover fast and wherever. I think that if we want to create a sustainable and equitable future, this basically means to build a resilient society. And this resilient society should be based on two main principles: empathy and emotional intelligence. Because resilient society, sustainable future, equitable future requires more than just technical solutions or economic resources. They demand a deep understanding of humans' emotions, relationships, social dynamics, and all these elements are rooted in what we call empathy and emotional intelligence. What I mean basically with these two principles, empathy is a characteristics, a capabilities that actually allows individuals to understand and share the feeling of others. So to see beyond our own needs. And on the other end, the emotional intelligence involves the capabilities of recognizing, understanding, and managing, that is very important, our own emotion, but also the emotion of others. The integration of empathy and emotional intelligence creates a foundation of trust, of respect, of understanding, mutual understanding, that makes humanity more resilient to disruption. And what I think that is important to know is that these two principles, these two capabilities, obviously they could be innate in all of us, but they can also, and above all, be developed by each of us. I would like to provide, in this sense, a very simple exercise, because I think that it is essential to provide students, young generation, but even the older one, with some simple and easy to understand exercise that can help them to develop empathy and emotional intelligence. So I think that a quite easy to understand exercise is the so-called emotional check-ins. I would like to highlight that it is very easy to explain this exercise, but it's not easy at all to implement this exercise in our real world, because we are not used to cope, to check, to understand our emotions, because our current society, the modern society, often let's say ask us to hide our true emotion. So if we are able to put in place this type of exercise, I think that we will be able to cope better with the rest of the world, and we will being able also to solve many problems that we encounter nowadays. You have just to set a regular time each day, or even each week if you want, in which you check your emotion by asking yourself, how am I feeling right now? This is the only question, the only thing that you have to deal with. And you can even write down, if you want, the answer, in order to better focus not just on the emotions, on identifying your emotion, but even more in considering what may be causing them. And through this exercise, you will increase your emotional self-awareness. You will be able to develop empathy and emotional intelligence capacities, so you will be able to have more strong relationship and a better understanding of both yourself and the others. Try to do it. Try to set this regular time in which you check with your emotions, in which you could even provide an advanced level. Is not just how am I feeling right now, but how someone that is close to you is feeling right now. So provide an understanding not just of your emotion, but even the emotion of other people. And I strongly believe that this could be, let's say, the key, or at least one of the keys in order to provide a better future, present and future.
Thank you so much. I think we covered several layers in the discussion. I don't know if you'd like to make some final comments or questions, please feel free to.
For me, as I said at the beginning, this was a very important opportunity to have the chance to share with students, with young generations, some ways in which they could cope with current times. Because as you said before, we already experienced many negative events. Let's think about COVID-19 and the wars and wherever. So I really think that young generation needs something in which they could trust. So that's my main goal in my life, and I really hope that young generation could find their main goal or aim that is respectful of the humanity as a whole. So do not be generous in general, be kind to each other. That's all that I could say.